Hello, Sameo. I see with the beer goggle and Nopal with the beer emoji. If you guys on Reddit don't know what we're talking about, it is the thumbnail I used. All right, here we go. Start off the night with fact or crap. I'm going to say something. You tell me you think it's fact or crap. Invited house guests cannot be made to leave a home because of a grandfather clause. I don't like this one. Invited house guests cannot be made to leave a home because of a grandfather clause. Anybody know if that's fact or crap? 3 people on Reddit, 1 upvote, and 3 people, and 2 upvotes. This one isn't written very well. It should have said a country or a place. It's too generic. Worldwide, there's not going to be a worldwide rule. Invited house guests cannot be made to leave a home because of a grandfather clause in Ireland. Sure, something like that would make it more realistic. But anyways, yes, it's in fact crap. Yikes, lopsided. That's not good. Crap. Once you tell any invited guest to leave, they commit trespass if they remain on your land after that point, grandfather or not. Anyways, that was a bit of a weak one. But hey, they all can't be winners. Who else is here? Jay, Rick, Michelle. Lopsided. All right, let's get rolling. This weekend, I will pick up another one called Jeopardy, because that's the only one I got. Maybe I'll look through finally and see if there's any others we can use that don't involve copious amounts of comic questions. All right, here we go. Let's see how many repeats we hit today. Okay, consumer products. This product was reintroduced in 1906 with methyl-zaxthine as the sole remaining stimulant. Did we catch that? Consumer products. This product was reintroduced in 1906 with a methyl-xanthine as the sole remaining stimulant. Nopal. We've asked similar questions, but I don't think the exact same as this one here. Reddit, if you enjoy trivia, do answer. Give it an upvote. YouTube, if you do love trivia, an upvote would be also desired. Yes, Nopal, Rick, and I'll get what is Coca-Cola. No more cocaine in that cola. World War II. All right, repeat question. American history. After statesman and banker Robert Morris turned down a job offer from George Washington, this man took the job. Who could that be? American history. After statesman and banker Robert Morris turned down a job offer from George Washington, this man took the job. Anybody know? Reddit? Anybody want to play? It was not Franklin nor Chase. No, it's not John Adams, purple eggplants. Anybody? Let's just say, hey there, R.T. Sasser. Let's just say a musical was made. Is that a big enough hint for you? A musical was made. R.T. Sasser. There we go. I see. Gets it. Who is Hamilton? Alexander Hamilton is correct. French authors. In 1881, Paris Avenue Delau was renamed for this author who lived on it in honor of his 80th year. Is he still alive or dead at that point? I don't know. French authors. In 1881, Paris Avenue Delau was renamed for this author who lived on it in honor of his 80th year. Yes, famous French authors. It's not Verne Latrac Jalise. It's not Zola. It could be, actually, I see. It is not Voltaire. I think we've named all the French ones except for this one. It was not Dumas. How am I doing with my French pronunciation? Mario Lemieux? Hello, Risa. Maybe you know the answer, except I don't know the question. Well, some Paris, in 1881, a Paris street was renamed for this French author for his 80th year. So he was born in 1801. Does that ring a bell? Risa? Anybody else? Are all our French ones now? If I knew who he was, I do know him. I know the name, but if I knew what he wrote, I could give you a hint. But I can't think of. How about Spanish for juice? Spanish for juice. There's my hint. I know it's a French question. There we go. Jessica gets it. Who is Victor Hugo? We got Hugo, we got Hose, and we got Verto. Victor Hugo. All right. Colonial American. Oh, interesting. Colonial America. Milestones along the eastern end of the Mason. Hugo with my hint. Oh, we're getting lag. Reddit, if we don't see a lot of action, I'm going to shut you off. If you want to still play, go to YouTube, look up Generous Trivia and play there. You can win money, and it's more fun. It's a bit more of a community, and it's where we like to hang out. It's just sometimes streaming on both is a little bit difficult. I'll give it a few more minutes, but you may want to move over there now. Anybody know? Okay, Colonial America. Milestones along the eastern end of the Mason-Dixon line were marked on either side with the crests of these two men. Interesting. I know Legio. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. Alrighty, Reddit. You want to watch? Go to YouTube. Go to Generous Trivia. Watch me there. See ya. Have a good day. Bye now. There we go. No, it's not Mason and Dixon. I don't think actually they've ever done that, to be honest, guys. I don't think they've ever worded the answer in the question. So, no, not Lewis Clark. Let's just say I know these two names from geography. Not from, it's from geography. Wow, look at that. Looks like bugs. Ladybugs are trumping trivia. No, again, Lincoln and Jefferson. Interesting. They're both. No. So the eastern end. What's on the eastern end of the Mason-Dixon? Anybody know cities or states? Or a city and a state? Hint, hint. Can do both eyes. Ah, there we go. Jessica gets one of them. Baltimore. Good old Lord Baltimore. And what about the other one? The other eastern state. No, the other one's a state. I don't know of a Mr. New York. Anybody? Anyone? Mr. Monopoly. Oh, actually, the name is sort of in, is it? I think it's in. What's one of the rail lines in Monopoly? Oh, now I'm trying to think. It's not Virginia. Anyways, it is. I'm going to put you out of your misery. Jessica gets antsy if I don't. William Penn, Pennsylvania. William Penn. Michelle, you're almost there. Penn. All right. Olympic cities. This is from 2008, okay? So Beijing would be involved, but nothing newer than that. All righty. Yes, Penn Station. That's what it was. Yeah. All right. Jessica, she's saying she gets a little antsy. Olympic cities from 2008 before, okay? After, don't think about London and all that. Of all the cities to host modern Olympic Games, there's no qualification for winter, but maybe not so needed for this. The one that lies closest to the equator. All right, I've got my answer. Oh, fuzznuts. So Rio didn't happen until 2016. So that RT Sasser. Athens, I first thought that. Yeah, you guys, I don't think the Olympics were ever in Sao Paulo. So Rio was a little bit too late, guys. That was in 2016. This is from 2008. That's why I qualified it. I was close, but not really. There we go. No, Paul gets it. What is Mexico City? I was thinking this, but yeah, that's a whole country south of that. All right, here we go. 20th century American history. A biography of him in sweltering, dimly lit cabin. Its window shades closed. His first presidential decisions were made. Did we catch that? 20th century American history. A biography of him in a sweltering, dimly lit cabin. Its window shades closed. His first presidential decisions were made. Interesting. 20th century, Rick. Sameo going for the 2-for-1. It's not Roosevelt. I wonder why. Oh, I think I know why. Yes, I know why. No, not FDR, still. Not Lincoln. Lincoln, guys, didn't live in the 20th century. Still not Roosevelt. Didn't Monroe. 20th century, boys and girls. So think, why would a president be in such an obscure location to make his first decisions as a president? Why? There we go. RT Sasser clarifying. So Truman, no, not Truman. Not Reagan. Not Truman. Why would the VP, or no, not necessarily, well, yes, no, I kind of gave it away there. Why would the incumbent president be in a cabin? There we go. RT Sasser. Who is Lyndon Johnson? He didn't go rushing back, I guess, to the White House. All right. World geography. Name of the two geographical features on a 2012 postage stamp issued jointly by Nepal and Israel? I think I've got my guess. World Geography. Name of the two geographical features on a 2012 postage stamp issued jointly by Nepal and Israel. Oh. 2. So R.T. Sasser, the last I checked, that's just 1. No, Rick has Everest. Think about, anyways. So everybody went the same way I did, but think about Everest and think about what's in Israel. That's kind of the opposite of Everest. Ben, I'm dishing out the clues left, right, and center tonight. Things are not happening. There we go. Jessica gets it. What is Everest and the Dead Sea? I went with Masada for some reason. But yes, Everest and the Dead Sea, the opposites, right? Lowest place on Earth, I believe, and the highest place on Earth. I have not been to either, but will go to both. Well, I won't climb Everest, but I wouldn't mind going to the base of Everest. Martyrs. Martyrs. Executed by English for sorcery, later declared innocent, and in 1920 made a saint. Saint, who would that be? Who could this be? Martyrs, executed by English for sorcery, later declared innocent, and in 1920 made a saint. There we go. Michelle, Risa, and Jessica, yes. Joan of Arc is correct. Oh, I haven't done a generous point, man. All right, entertainment for a generous point, pen in hand. Entertainment. This title character, who debuted in 1999, was created by former marine biology educator Steve Hillenberg. Title character. Anybody know? Entertainment. This title character, who debuted in 1999, was created by former marine biology educator Steve Hillenberg. Jessica, how do you know these things? Jessica. There you go. Gets that correct. Yes, how did you know Steve SpongeBob SquarePants? Did we ask? I feel like I've asked something similar before, but anyways. A font of use, as long as it's not to do with geography. Holidays. Holidays. The latest date on which Thanksgiving Day can occur in the U.S. Thanksgiving. I think I know. Oh. The latest date on which Thanksgiving can occur in the U.S. Yeah, it's much. Yes. I see Jessica getting it right with the 28th. Yeah, the 24th is much too early. The 28th. This is correct. Tom, nice to see you. Mythology. Though it's said he fathered 50 sons, Priam was the last king of this city-state. Mythology. Though it said he fathered 50 sons, Priam was the last king of this city-state. It is not Babylon. It is not Crete. I could have gone here, but I didn't. I forget why. You know what? I don't think there's much here today. That's why, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's not Constantinople, Crete, or Hastinapur. Anybody else? A large horse was involved. There we go. Michelle gets it. What is Troy? Good one, Michelle. Fairy tales. Four-letter boy's name that appears most often in the title of Grimm fairy tales. Cannot be Hansel. Hello, Dinjoga. Fairy tales. Four-letter boy's name that appears most often in the title of Grimm's fairy tales. I gave the answer half away. Yes, no, Paul. I said can't be Hansel, but it's Hans. Yes, Hans. Hans and Franz. I'm going to pump you up. Anybody remember that from Saturday Night Live? Mocking Arnold Schwarzenegger. U.S. city firsts. U.S. city firsts. Among its firsts are underwater auto tunnel. Oh, let's try that. U.S. city first. I want to try that again. Among its firsts are underwater auto tunnel to a foreign country and corp to net more than 1 billion in a single year. I think those are girly muscles. Yes. Such a girly man. We need a better transmission. I've come to pump you up. U.S. city firsts. We seem to completely forgetting what the title of the core. U.S. city firsts. Among its firsts are underwater auto tunnel to a foreign country and corp to net more than 1 billion in a single year. Mike the Canadian got this because I am reading the clues and read U.S. city first, I think more than once. Yes, I see. And Jessica joining Mike the Canadian with Detroit. That underwater tunnel I have been in, though not very often, because when we go to the States, we go to Buffalo and not Detroit. Some people go to Detroit, but Buffalo is much closer. So yes, it comes to Windsor, and must have been one of the car companies, probably Ford, that netted the $1 billion. Quotes. President Nixon's words, "This has been the greatest week since the creation," referred to this event. Wow. A little bit of hubris in that statement. Yes, there is Den Yoga. I have been in it. It's getting a little bit old, and they're actually putting in a new, I think it's called the Gordie Howe Bridge, actually. But apparently the bridge and tunnel bridge going up, but it's happening. Quotes, President Nixon's words, this has been the greatest week since the creation, referred to this event. Oh, that's interesting. No, television was much sooner. I'm not sure what Mankind is. The wrestler? His inauguration. That sounds like something Trump might say, but it wasn't him. What is whipped cream? What is that answer? Hello, chronic math debater. There we go. Rick Moon gets it. What is the Apollo 11 moon landing? In 1969, I'm wondering how much that was required for the answer. I know. Well, Denjoga, a Canadian who played in Detroit. That's kind of the dual connection. Anyways, the moon landing was correct. Ice hockey, yes. Yes, a Canadian playing in Detroit. So hence Letter perfect. Letter perfect. George Eastman called it a strong, what is that? Incisive sort of letter. Letter perfect. George Eastman called it a strong, incisive sort of letter. This is what I thought. Yes, I see. I didn't know they that letters had. I would have guessed, obviously, Kodak, the letter K. All right. All right. Historical plays. Who's going to join Jessica? Pen in hand. A generous point in the offing. The offering. Okay. If I were to dress as a woman, they would think of me as a woman. What would become of me? Is a line from this 1923 play. Historical plays. If I were to dress as a woman, they would think of me as a woman. What would become of me is a line from this 1923 play. Yeah, I've never heard of this play before. Her name. To some degree. I assume it's the same one, but I could be wrong, actually. Oh, actually, now that it makes sense. Now that I think of it, it makes sense. Yes. Yes. She was an answer previous in this game. 1923. Oops. The play is a slight, what do you call it? Change on her name. Anybody? Very laggy. She was an answer previous in this game. So it wasn't, she was a correct answer. Look for the last lady. That was an. What is dude looks like a lady? Now I get it. We just had her as an answer to a question. Oh, I gotta plug this in. Wow, our memories are short. I don't think Elizabeth was an answer to a question. Wow. You are inciting people to not guess until way late for. Was this? Oh wait, was this for a generous point? It ain't Joan. Sorry, that was for a generous point. Thank you, IC. Let's keep going. Not to guess until way late. Okay, I get. Yeah, I see. Unless they know I totally forgot, but it was Saint Joan. I forgot. I don't give those kind of. I can't keep it together, guys. Anyways, here we go. For a generous point, new question: Entertainment Award winners. I think I've seen that. Repeat question. America in the 17th. Yeah, the answer was Saint Joan was the name. And Joan of Arc was an answer just previously. So I'm not sure why people forgot that. But anyway, America in the 1700s. Every state shall always keep up a well-regulated and disciplined militia, sufficiently armed and, what is that? Accoutred. And accoutred is in number 6 of these. This is for a generous point. Pen in hand. Yes, Denjoka. Jessica, another point. 2 points for Jessica. What are the Articles of Confederation? Nopal gets it as well. All right. Religious leader. The Boyton home of this church founder still stands on Stafford Road in Palmyra, New York. I'm pretty sure I know who this is. Religious leaders. The boyhood home of this church founder still stands on the Stafford Road in Palmyra, New York. No, not Billy Graham. He's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Not Brigham Young. He was not the founder. Jessica, getting another one. Who is Joseph Smith, founder of the Latter-day Saints? Alrighty, Inventors and Invention. In April 2008, a man successfully completed a jump using a parachute designed by this man 523 years before. Who was that? It was... oh, I know who it is, yes. Inventors and Inventions. Yes, I thought of it. So did Dinjoga. Who is Leonardo Da Vinci? He invented, did he not also have ideas for a helicopter and a few other ideas too? That obviously he couldn't make happen, but he understood the concept. American Businessmen. Ironically, this man worth tens of millions when he died in 1990, said his parents named him with a socialist logo in mind. Socialist logo. He invented the Facebook. American Businessman. Ironically, this man worth tens of millions when he died in 1990 said his parents named him with a socialist logo in mind. Oh. Yes. Dinjoga, you got it. Who is Armand Hammer? Clever. He wasn't named Sickle and Hammer, right? Alrighty. The seventh and last 1990s. The seventh and last American to stay there was aerodynamic scientist Andy Thomas, with 130 days there in 1998. Oh, I think we did this. Except it was a slightly different question. No. I don't. Yeah, it was a different question. Yeah, it was the last person to turn out the lights, which, oh, no. It wasn't the ISS. The last American in 1998 was not in the ISS. They're still up there. If I remember correctly, there we go. Mir, yes, Mir. I thought Risa got Mir the last time. Has Risa gone to bed? Alrighty. Nobel Laureates. He was the subject of a 2014 New York Times article headlined, "A Pioneer as Elusive as His Particle." Oh. Nobel Laureates. He was the subject of a 2014 New York Times article headline, "A Pioneer as Elusive as His Particle." Yes, I guessed wrong too, Dinjoga. Jessica gets it. Oh, did I? No, I know Reese is a she. Did I say he went to bed? She. I know it's a she. Yeah, it was Peter Higgs. I guess boson as well, but Jessica, I know she's a Higgs. She's a Higgs. Risa is a she in in Trinidad. Did I reference her as a he? Or did I say bra? Anyways, 19th century poets. Should watch myself. It was 50-50. Yeah, it was a 50-50 being a Higgs boson. One of my favorite travel YouTubers just used the term CICH, no, CHIC in reference to an ethnic girl in one of the former Soviet states. And they got really upset in the country to the point he needed to issue an apology. So yes, I need to watch my Q's and I's, or T's, not crossing my T's and dotting my I's. Yes. Yes, Jessica. That is the term he used. And it was quite offensive to this former Russian. I can't remember exactly which Russian state it was. Anyways, I just, again, am mindful. I don't want to offend anybody. And I still think I refer to Risa as a she, but I could have been wrong. 19th century poets. He wrote, the mason singing, the boatman, the hatter singing what belongs to him or her and to none else. P's and Q's. Thank you, Rick. I need to mind my P's and Q's so I don't offend unnecessarily with an Indian accent or a Russian or an Italian accent. Or sometimes when I say Pakistan, I think I say it with a bit of an accent. Who are we looking at? Yes. You said she. Thank you, Nopal. Yes, Whitman is correct. Rick is Walt Whitman. All right. Can you hear my son playing the piano? Pints and quarts. Oh, okay, there we go. Rick, thank you for that little detail. All right, American museums. For a generous point. I got my pen. I should be giving out points. President Johnson, American museums. President Johnson assigned a law that added 2 words to the name of this museum established in 1946. DC's most popular. Yeah, I see he's playing pretty far, like a distance from the room, so you may not hear him. Yeah, it's a little too quiet. So President Johnson signed a law that added 2 words to the name of this museum established in 1946, DC's most popular. I get it. So the Smithsonian isn't a single museum. I'm sure you all know it's a lot of museums, and this is looking for specific, and it has 2 words added. So the Smithsonian doesn't have any more. There we go. Jessica gets it. What is the Air and Space Museum? I assume the and space. Before that, it was just the air one, and then they added in 1946. That's interesting. Really? That would have been 46, would have still been over 10 years before the first satellite. Interesting. Before that was me. Yes. No, I see added 2 words. So I assume it was before. I see the Air Museum. And then in 46, it's amazing at that point that they added and space. Because that was that was over 10 years before the first satellite was launched by the Russians, right? So that was a lot of, obviously they were talking about going into space and had a museum named after him. All right. Novels. In a Spanish translation of this novel, chapter 1 begins, Era el mejor de los tiempos, era el peor de los tiempos. Oh, I know what this means in English. Was that a generous point question? I guess I didn't. Jessica gets 3. Sheesh. Yes. Jessica, look at Why did anybody else show up today? Jessica with 3 points. Yes, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. A Tale of Two Cities. Denjoga and Jessica. Thank you, IC, for reminding me. Jessica, cleaning up tonight. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh. Okay, here we go. Olympic cities. I'm not sure. Was it Denjoga? Let's check. Smithsonian, Jessica. No, I don't see air and space. No, it wasn't Denjoga. He said Smithsonian, but it was air and space. The previous question, air and space. You guess Smithsonian and not air and space. All right. We were talking about the previous one, Samir. Are we all straightened out? Yeah. No. I think Sameo was getting confused. It wasn't the current question. It was the previous question. That was a generous point question that went to Jessica. No, Sameo, it was the previous one. It was the air and space one that IC reminded me. All right. Olympic cities. Of the 4 M cities that consecutively hosted Summer Olympics in the 20th century, these 2 aren't national capitals. Oh, I know. Boom. Got it. Nailed it. Let's make sure. Let's try that again. Of the 4 M cities, M, the capital M, that consecutively hosted Summer Olympics in the 20th century, these 2 aren't national capitals. Anybody want to? There we go. Rick put it together. What is Munich and Montreal? So it went Mexico City, Munich, Montreal, and Moscow. And obviously Moscow and Mexico are the capitals. So it was Montreal or Munich and Montreal. I nailed it. Montreal and Mumbai. I don't think the Indian subcontinent has hosted the Olympics yet. Ancient quotes. He said, to leave the stream. Oh, no, I've definitely seen that one. Yes, 1976, Nadia Comaneci had much Olympic fame in the wonderful city of Montreal. I was explaining this before. Montreal and Calgary had the Summer and Winter Olympics, 1988. It was the first host nations to not gold medal in their games. And finally in Vancouver in 2010, we did it. And we beat the record for most gold medals by any country ever in a Winter Olympics, which I think I explained is probably been beaten since then because every Olympics, they tend to have a few more events. Wimmer, the good old Wimmer. Women singers. What she calls her Love and Many Colors album, a 2016 release by this singer, is her first #1 country album in 25 years. Women singers. What she calls her Love in Many Colors album, a 2016 release by this singer, is her first #1 country album in 25 years. Sameo went all screwy there. Nopal, Rick, and Sameo, Tom. Anyways, yes, Dolly Parton. If this was a generous point question, you would need to put the Parton part, even though she's fairly well known as Dolly. It could be other. Alrighty, American plays. I'm going to make this a generous point question. Then a few more questions and another generous point, and then we're gonna wrap it up a little later than last night. All right. American plays. And I'm gonna ask you one question actually, or a format. See if you guys are interested in next month. American plays. A character in this 1944 play, this is for a generous point, is said to be like a piece in her own collection, too exquisitely fragile to move from the shelf. American plays. A character in this 1944 play is said to be like a piece in her own collection, too exquisitely fragile to move from the shelf. Jessica, I'm not sure we've ever had somebody dominate quite like this. Maybe once before. 4 points for Jessica. Well, you're answering so quickly, it's a little bit difficult, Jessica. When there's a big gap and wait, and then you never know. But when you answer that quickly, it's hard to Google and type and all the rest of it, right? Yeah, Karma, I'm not sure about 4 in a row, though. Be nice to see Karma back, but I think he's done. I think he earned all those points and never won. And stormed off. Excuse me. Sorry. I should have put my... I bought... Anybody know what this is? I haven't put it on. Anybody guess? It's not a generous point question. Anybody know what this is? Gesundheit, yes. Yes, Ninjago's guy. It's called a pop filter. It's supposed to take away those T's and P's. So, anyways, it's just good if you're reading into a mic. And yeah, it's a pop filter. All righty. So, Jessica with 4 points. Man. Okay. Oscar winners. Very soon, Sameo. I've got the script written. I've got all the videos selected. It may be a couple that I still need to select. I just have to cut the video. I don't know if I'll get it done this weekend. Started on it, and yeah. So I got the script. I got to read it. That's why I need I just literally got today. So yeah, with my pop filter. So yeah, maybe maybe not. We'll see. Depends on my son. He does the final editing. Oh, unstable. All right. 2 more questions. This one, the next one. I'm going to have one more question. Maybe in between, I'll ask the question, then we'll go. Oscar winners. Later an Oscar winner, she appeared as the child with the lag. Anybody? Are we good? Let me know if there's no lag. Are we good? Are we back? It's good now. All right. Oscar winners. This one, the next one's the final one, and will be the final generous point. Later, an Oscar winner, she appeared as a child baptized towards the end of The Godfather. Who would that have been? I think I've confessed this. I only saw The Godfather in the last year, maybe 2 years, for the first time, because my son was very interested. So we watched all 3 of them. Yes, I see. And Jessica gets it right with who is Sofia Coppola. All right. Final question. Oh, okay. Final question is going to be a generous point, pen in hand. What would you guys think out of 10? And be honest. If it's a 1, say it's a 1. Like you have 0 interest. I want to put a 0. I don't care. 0 to 10. There's only like 8 of you right now, so hopefully we get answers. If I did a series, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, None of you. If I did on a nightly basis something called Trivia and Travel, I haven't totally figured out the format, but it would be a combination of trivia questions that are travel, world geography related, and then interspersed with travel stories. What would your interest be? Would you say forget it if it's not trivia all the time? I would do generous points. I'd give out money at the end of I'd give out money at the end of the month like I do, but it would be fun, and it would be on my travel channel. That's the idea. Um, Travelia. I'm not sure what that is, Jessica. Travel related. So travel, geography, that kind of stuff. So Rick thinks it's best to. So it would be separate. It would be on my Generous Travelers channel, not on the Generous Trivia channel. I would try it maybe a few times a night, and then we'll see from there. So it might intersperse with this one, is what I'm suggesting. So I would have maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, or something like that is Generous Trivia, and on the opposite Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I would have travel and trivia or something like that. Anyways, it looks like fairly response. Rick, a little bit would try. So it would still have questions, but I'd intersperse it with a topic of the night, with some stories there of my travels and stuff like that. Anyways, I want to try because I want to do travel type stuff, but I obviously like doing trivia. But just doing like a straight travel trivia night, I could maybe do that. I was thinking maybe if I did some stories and some travel. Anyways, hard to get. It's definitely try at least once, so 10 already. Alrighty. Not this week, probably, but maybe next week I'll give it a whirl and see how it goes. All right. So joining Jessica with her 4 points is the person who answers this question. Business and industry. No, we've done that one. Oh. Themed I know, Jessica, you keep asking, but the thing is, Jessica, if I pick a topic, I've done a Star Wars one. I did what did I do? A Night of the Dead or was it Night of the Dead? No, some sort of zombie one. What is it? What's the most famous zombie movie? Walking Dead. There we go. Walking Dead. I've done those themed one, Jessica, and like the second it gets that specific, Jessica, if I had 100 people watching me here and then did a theme show and let's say 30 people wanted to play Star Wars, themed episodes. Yeah, so the travel episodes, yeah, I'm going to have a content on them for sure. I'm going to specifically choose some travel stories about a theme, either cruising or a location for sure. So whether the questions connect with it, I think it was Walking Dead. I think it was a TV show. I forgot. Anyways, so yes, it'll be a theme. I'm not just going to talk about random story. I'm going to talk about, I should dress in a theme. Yes, Aveo. Just have the cultural attire of the country that I'm talking about. Yes, excellent. I don't have a lot of that. I have a lot of T-shirts with countries on them, but I don't have a lot of cultural attire. But thank you for that. All right, the U.S. government. Oh, I think I've asked this one. All right, Hawaiian shirt and a bucket hat. What's a bucket hat? Are you talking like a pith helmet? A hula skirt, yes. All right. American literature. Controversial even when serialized in the national era. This is American literature. Controversial in the national era. It sold over 300,000 copies form in 1852. Oh, okay, a bucket hat. There we go. The national area. American literature, controversial even when serialized in the national era. It sold over 300,000 books in copy form in 1852. Do I have to ask a new question? It's time to wrap it up. Anybody else? No, it's not Gone with the or Anne of Green Gables. Or a streetcar named. There we go. Rick gets it. Finally. Beats Jessica's little streak. There we go. Jessica with 4 and Rick with the last one. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much. I'll be on at 10. I should be on tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Is streaking? Yes. Jessica is trucking or streaking? Yes. Jessica had quite the streak going on there. Alrighty. We will see. I think I'll be on at 10 o'clock tonight. There might be a small chance I'm not tomorrow, but anyways, log on if I'm not around, then you know. Apart from that, Jessica and Rick are the only ones that for tonight. So we will see you tomorrow, and be generous, be good to each other, and we'll see you then. Bye now.